Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This, Cancer, is your general bi-weekly reading for the time between the 28th of November and the 9th of December. General because whatever comes up, comes up. I'll select 6 cards initially. The first 3 are going to relate to the time in November and the last 3 cards are going to relate to the time in December, okay? I've already shuffled, I've already meditated. I'll do a little bit more on camera and then we'll get started, my darling. Okay, Cancer, I'm sensing some confusion. In some of us are a little bit confused about what directions we should be going in. Let's have a look at how the reading reflects that, okay? On the bottom of the deck, we have got the Empress. Now, I want you to really understand that this is your underlying energy. And what this means is it's really time for you to sit back and to look at how far you've actually come, how much you've actually achieved this year, okay? You should be reflective and happy to do that. I mean, I know some of you probably won't be happy to sit back and just sort of reflect. This is not usually the meaning of the Empress. The Empress is about, it's harvest, really, But really for you, I really feel it's it's an essence of it's been a busy time. It's been full on. It's been confusing, but I don't think you realise how much you've actually achieved. And I think really you're being encouraged over this next couple of weeks to really reflect on that. Okay, so let's have a look then at the first card, Cancer, for this week in November. Excellent. We've got the Sun card. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, this is a card, if you have been confused, then no more, okay, because this is a card of clarity. This is a card of expansion. This is a card of growth. This is a card of healing. This is a card of happiness. The Sun is it's positive. It's the most positive of the major arcanas, if you will, in that it's all the good things basically in life, okay? The Sun card is linked to our third chakra, our solar plexus, and our solar plexus really is about it's about who we are. It's about who we are at a soul level, and it's about allowing the world to see that, and because we can allow the world to see us because we feel comfortable in that. So it's as if you've been on a bit of a journey this year. This year has been, I think, for a lot of signs. It's been a bit of a challenge, hasn't it? 2018. There's been some very challenging transits, but really, Cancer, you seem to be coming out the other side. Now, some of you may still be only seeing the darkness, but believe me, I promise you, there are reasons for you to be cheerful. There are reasons to be positive, even if you're watching this today and you don't see that, you don't recognize that. Believe me, those things are coming, and they should be evident to you within at the very end of this month. Okay, so let's have a look at the next card. We've got the Hermit. So I mean, I've already spoken to you a little bit about reflection with this card. This is I really think some of you can't see the work that you've done. I don't think some of you realized the work that you have done. And when I talk about work, I don't just mean externally. Yeah, you might have achieved a lot. There might be a lot of, things to harvest for you, practically. Money, friendships, relationships, etc. But I think that you still, for some of you, feel a certain sense of inadequacy or a certain sense of disbelief of what you've actually achieved, or not really understanding the internal work that it took for you to get to where you're at. And I feel like some of you aren't recognizing what you've achieved. And the Hermit energy, you're just being encouraged this week, okay, to reflect on that, like I've already said. The Hermit energy, we've got three major arcanas, actually. So this is big stuff. This is like big life cycles, okay? The Hermit energy is number 9. It's related to the sign of Virgo, the earth sign. So earth signs are all healing, okay? And the way that the hermit energy is healing is because we look within and we reconcile and we recognize and we accept the things, the changes that we've been through, the things that we've actually learned about ourselves, the things that we now know, how are those going to change us going forward in the future. And I think really it is about just slowing down a little bit this week and just really trying to appreciate those things, because that's where you see the light. That is where you see the light. Okay, you're in an amazing position, Cancer. I promise you. I know you don't feel it, but you are, okay? And really, you need to start to feel it. You need to start to recognize that. So really spend some time journeying within this week, using the energy of Virgo also, that diligence, that focus, that working things through. Use that energy to look within and really try to shine a light on all the things you've achieved and how far you've come this year. Okay, the last card for this week is I feel like I'm repeating myself. We've got the Four of Swords. So basically everything I just said. The Four of Swords is sword energy. Okay, so the swords are related to the air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Number 4s are about our structures, our foundations in life, okay? In this instance, the structures of our mind, the foundations of our mind, what we are thinking, what we are experiencing, reflecting on what we've experienced. This is why some people, or we, refer to the Four of Swords as the meditation card, okay? We call it the meditation card, the reflection card, because, as I said, I've already said it really since at the start of the reading. This focus on trying to understand, trying to work out where you are, shining a light on the things that you have been through, on the ways in which you have changed, on the ways in which you have grown this year, Cancer. And it has been a huge amount of expansion you've gone through. And I think that for some of you, it's very evident, but for others of you, these changes, these shifts have been slight and slow and incremental. But actually what even if the little changes on the outside of your life, even if there's been things, okay, I've stopped speaking to that person, and you think that's not a big deal, but it actually is a huge deal, because you would have never done that 3 years ago. And I think it's really about understanding in the ways that things have changed, and really recognizing that that's because you fundamentally have changed, because you have been through a transformation. And it's a really positive one, and it's one that you're just being encouraged, over this next couple of weeks, to really just reflect on that, okay? And that's really, what this card and all the others and everything I've said is about. Okay, let's move into December and let's have a look at these energies here, okay? So into December, good, excellent. We've got the work card, okay? So you've got the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Pentacles are related to the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And if you think about those signs, they're all about building and manifesting practical things, bringing things into the world, okay? And relationships, money, career, whatever it is. And this is really about you honing your skills. This is really, excuse me. This is really about you honing your skills. This is really about you, at work, recognizing how far you've come, putting that diligence in. I got the impression then that some of you have had some time off work. Actually, you might have been dealing this year with a form of a mental illness, depression, anxiety, or something similar, and you've had a little bit of time out of work, and you're about to go back into work this week or next week, and you're feeling a little bit trepidatious. You're feeling a little bit like uncertain. You're ready for it. You're ready to start, but you're not sure how you're going to manage it. You're going to be fine. I think you have to just allow yourself to experience the days when you start. So when you go back into work, when you start work again, if you're feeling uncertain, if you're feeling then that's how you should allow yourself to think those thoughts, if you will. Allow yourself to feel those emotions, because that is how we work through them, okay? I just got that impression for some of you. I get a very clear, distinct impression that some of you have been taking some time out of work, okay? But yeah, just try to work with that energy. Don't avoid thinking about the fact that you think that you're stressing or you're worried or you're nervous. Allow yourself to think about the fact that you're nervous and you're stressed, and allow yourself to also say, but I've come a long way, haven't I? I've done all right. This is, of course it's going to be hard. I've been off work for a few months, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling stronger, and you will gain your strength, I promise you, okay? The Eight of Pentacles, again, it's about work, really. It's about Pentacles, as I said, manifesting. Eight is a number, related to infinity, okay? The infinity symbol. So we relate it to karmic cycles. So this is like, it's about really getting your teeth into something and being at work or working on something that helps you, again, to realize something, to create something, to see something, to know something, etc. That's the energy of the Eight of Pentacles, okay? It's very focused in that respect. The next card out for you is Temperance, okay? So yeah, take your time. I think this is a card of healing, the Temperance card as well, okay? And it's about really listening to yourself, listening to, your inner emotions with the cups, your intuition, what's going on, how what are you experiencing at this time, and really trying to slow down and be mindful. I get the impression that some of us have been going at quite a pace this year, or some of us have had a lot going on in our minds, our mental minds, and we've not, and I get the impression that you're feeling quite exposed, some of you, feeling quite exposed. But I want you to know and recognize that this actually has been a process of self-awareness, actualization almost, seeing yourself for the first time in a very real way, in a very true way, in a very honest way. And actually, we need temperance for that, because that's a process that takes time. Temperance has been with us since about February. It's been here, it's been following us all around since about February, because this year it is about listening to the consequences, if you will. So I take some action, how do I feel? Okay, I do this, how do I feel? And in the times where we are doing something, we are only moving because we feel inspired to move. We feel inspired to go in a certain direction with temperance. And then once we've felt inspired to go in that direction, we must reflect on now how we feel. That's the energy of temperance. So it's kind of like, it's been a journey this year of ups and downs, potentially, for some of us, for a lot of us. But it's also been a time really of reflection, and really, I'm slowing down. Have you noticed? It doesn't sound slow, but I am. I'm slowing down because that's what it feels like you need to do. I feel like you need to connect with your cups, your emotions, your intuition. You need to connect with those, and that leads you to enlightenment. That leads you to understanding. That leads you to enlightenment, leads you to understanding, okay? So trust, go with it, be present, be mindful, because this cycle is revealing you to you. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll have seen I've done a few posts basically about this type of thing, about karma, about self-actualization, self-realization. So you could just read those if you like. They might give you a bit more, they will give you a bit more encouragement, if you will. I put it much more succinctly, darling, in there. Okay, finally, we've got the King of Swords, okay? So this is really nice. This is, again, about awareness. The sword energy is about our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our communication, our perspective, our logic, our reasoning, our discernment, okay? And that is, this card is about having clarity on those things, okay? Being able to see, being able to think, being able to understand, being able to know. That's the energy of the King of Swords. There's a confidence there. Also with the King of Swords, because it's masculine as opposed to the feminine, the passive, sit back, trying to understand what's going on within, trying to look at what's, you know, how things have changed, etc., etc. This is about taking action, moving forward, taking action on what you now know, writing a list, or saying, right, I'm going to do this once a week. I'm going to go buy myself something once a week to make myself feel better, or I'm going to go for a run after work because I know now that that's what I need to clear my, to feel, to get some time, or whatever it is for you. It's the action that's important here. It's having clarity, gaining clarity, being wise, being clear, and communicating that and acting on that understanding and on that wisdom, okay? So, you know, spend some time over this next week or two really appreciating and recognizing and reflecting on the things that you've experienced, Cancer, okay? And realize that this is bringing you, this time, this experience, this year is bringing you out of yourself. It's bringing you to the surface. It's bringing your truth, your soul, the essence of you is being revealed for the world. And even though that can be scary and feel scary, this is a real karmic cycle of self-awareness that you are going through. Okay, my darling. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please like the video. Obviously, you can share the content on your social media. If you think obviously this will help other people, and obviously leave a comment. You can subscribe below and click the bell as well. I'll be putting out your December love readings at the beginning of December, and if you would like to follow me on social media, it is just Key Wisdom Tarot. Thank you very much, my fabulous Cancer. Okay, have a lovely couple of weeks, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care, my darlings. Bye.